Go. There you go. Go.
Usually when the music stops is when you start talking.
I wish there was some sort of cue for that. Hi, I'm Gary. Welcome to Fladge Rants Live. The time is actually now 10:04. Do you know what causes your favorite natural phenomenon? Today we're talking about phenomena. Now, why that is the plural of phenomenon? I don't know. It's my pay grade. But let's do Mount Rushmore. Murmuration. That's a group of stars, where the flock of stars, and now big blob phenomenon. Maelstroms are probably the most common. Those are water vortices. Now, that might sound familiar because it was the name of one of our shows. And a few of these are going to be in names of several of our shows. Aurora Borealis, it's northern morning glory clouds. Only in okay, so it's low rolling columns of clouds, moving really fast in straight lines, like rows of them. And the only place you can really go and predictably see them, there's this one cape or cove or bay in Australia. And oscillatory phenomenon, that's the nature of wave propagation. So a little teaser, that's going to be our topic next week, waves. And another natural phenomenon, which ties into our debate this week, is consciousness, which I think arises from brains, since all time with various brain states and mapping where each cognitive function, or a language process, sight, smell, the senses are processed. Also memory. How memory is stored. We're getting closer. Consciousness is a big mystery. David Chalmers famously called it the hard question of consciousness. And this week I debated a good lad that defeated me. I lost a debate to a duelist.
You debated a junior high school kid.
I know. Did you see him? Yeah, that young lad defeated me. So, and since by my own admission I lost that debate, does that make me a duelist? Here's the phenomenon in play at the time. I started drinking at 4:30 a.m. Did a bunch of household chores, set up for a party, continued drinking, had 21 different, at last count, 21 different kinds of drink, including the green milk from Star Wars. It was Star Wars Day. So, tell you what, guys, if I tell you right now that the next party is Saturday, October 12th, would either one of you ever show up to one of my parties?
I have no
You show
idea.
up every week for my podcast.
Can we show up remotely to your party?
Well,
What was that?
yeah, you can't put any technical support. Otherwise, the debate comes across with a bunch of background noise that I can't get
I
rid of.
know. And Jor's got to spend
Another
like
problem.
a decent amount of time pre-show cleaning it up, and it still sounds like shit.
And if my brain is completely saturated in alcohol and I have polluted myself to the point of I was barely functional. This is the way this should have gone. Is body-mind dualism merely wishful thinking? Short answer, yes. Long answer, not even. For those who haven't truly considered eternal existence, it should creep you out. I know it's cruel to tell someone clinging to the hope of living forever that it isn't possible, like telling a little kid Santa doesn't exist, but here we go anyway. September 13th, 1848, Phineas Gage, age 25, suffered severe damage to his left frontal lobe when a 3-foot, 7-inch tamping rod went through his head in a railroad construction accident. By all accounts, he was a completely different person despite maintaining his memories and motor skills. He lived another 12 years as this different person. To think that our conscious mind could continue in any recognizable way without a functioning brain when any amount of brain damage could cause extreme personality changes seems to me absurd. My opponent may assert that an immaterial mind is separate from the physical brain. It is my contention that consciousness is the emergent and for some level of consciousness, it's a gradient. I say I am a body. The opposing view is that I have a body. That makes me a materialist. Since the vast majority of the viewing audience is comprised of dualists, I am outnumbered. Objective reality, however, isn't determined by popular opinion, since who you are is largely dependent on your perspective. Body-mind dualism is an incoherent, delusional fantasy. Simply put, a mind requires a functioning brain. A strong, innate illusion that consciousness is beyond the functioning of a human brain, paired with the confirmation bias brought about by a natural and healthy fear of death, can very easily persuade us to believe we are, in fact, much greater than we truly are. But body-mind dualism, Cartesian or otherwise, is merely wishful thinking. That's how I should have delivered that, but I was blotto. I was so impaired, I crippled myself. And that brings me to my next phenomenon. When I get too heavily into the sauce, I get up on my evangelical, atheistic soapbox and torpedo my own party. Who
Almost
runs
their
their own
atheism
party because
becomes
they're a
religion.
prick? So that's what I did. How you guys doing?
Fladge, what's up, buddy?
Roll the clip, Brady.
Wow. I'm not prepared.
I got nothing.
Yep, there is no clip to roll.
I figured I'd give you at least, 12 or 13 minutes.
What are we looking at right now? What's the screen? Why can't I see the, like... You're just on Gary right now?
I should be, yeah. Here,
I
you
just
want
have
you?
4 squares. I don't know why. No, I just have 4 squares. I'm curious why I'm not seeing the multi-view where I can choose the main screen.
I don't know either.
Whatever. Who cares?
Can you see the live feed?
Yeah.
All I
I
see
can
is
see help
Gary.
solve you, Gary, and me in a 4 box.
Oh, there should be no help solve. Are you sure you're on the right? I hear
Yeah,
you,
it's
so you
Help
must
Solve
be on the
Network.
right room.
Logging into an account lets you publish content. Yep, that's your mouse. Log in, click it.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, so I went to play the view, and for whatever reason, I'm logged out. I just didn't want to say that because it makes it sound like I don't know what I'm doing.
Who's the woman? Yeah, I heard a woman in the background of the clips. You had a woman at your party?
No.
And it wasn't Bonnie?
That is a fan of the show, and she had a request to be pictured with the star of the show in this position, this spot here. So we sat down here and took a
You
picture.
didn't bother calling Brady or me?
I did a fan request, and I didn't need you guys. She only requested me.
Weird.
She's heard of you guys. She could probably pick you out of a lineup on your like your second or third guess.
What's your point
okay,
here,
so
Gary?
phenomenology.
How come it only seems to go out whenever you have something to say? Whenever you're just da-da-da-da-da, the sound is perfect, and then as soon as you start getting into it, it's like and then you're frozen.
Move the camera like a quarter inch.
Fix it.
Yeah, fix it.
Brother wants you to fix it.
Have respect for our fucking audience. Goddammit. Yeah, see?
All right, I may have made that up. He didn't say that.
Want to say what's up to Fladge? Fladge, what's up, buddy?
Tried this 6 times here.
Yeah.
You guys are watching me. I'm like
Hey.
unable to log in. I don't know why. Something weird just happened. Somebody's out to get us.
Yeah.
No. Maybe I should change
No,
it up
yeah.
stream.
Last week was our worst production quality, and we got 5,000, 5.5 views. Previous week it was crap too, we had 4,000. Week before that it was good, 25,000.
Keep talking like that, and you may beat like last week's record for the worst
Yeah,
show.
yeah, definitely. I think they would call the last couple episodes.
They call them dumps.
Oh,
Big,
thanks.
massive dumps.
Yeah.
So phenomenology isn't the study of phenomena like you think so. It's specifically the study of one phenomenon, consciousness, the experience. Qualia. Wasn't that one of the shows? Did you guys notice that I spilled the beans on next week's topic?
Yes.
Are you guys there?
No.
Yeah.
That was me. Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's my favorite one. I love
you were
the
wrong. I
Yes.
was right. You apologize.
did.
Yes.
Why can't I?
So
log in?
let's get to the debate.
Well, all the clips are on the freaking thing. I can't log in.
This kid defeated me
Why
soundly.
can't you log into it? It's your thing.
Do you think if I
I
knew
can
the
log in
answer
it.
to that, I could?
You
Yeah,
want-
I'm
you want
logging.
my
I'm logging
login?
into another account.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to give you my login credentials. I don't know if I
Oh.
trust you.
That's a good idea.
To the website account that I administer. Yeah, that's a wise idea.
Yeah.
All right.
You have
I'm
no
gonna
faith.
figure this
You have no
out.
faith in your fellow. man.
I'm a Gilf Lover 69.
Administrator users. Yep, that's the name I'm using. What's going on? I tried all the regular passwords. Got to sing that password. Nope, that one didn't work. Let's try. Oh wait, maybe caps lock is on.
Oh, I know the password you have to say.
Nope. Caps
Oh,
lock.
my Lord.
Caps lock isn't on. I'm telling you, man. The more that Gary fucks with the afterlife and the things that aren't actually tangible, the more we're going to get fucked with from that realm. That's all there is to it.
There is no realm.
Well, that may be true, but if there is,
I've been thinking about why I'm so angry about it, and it was by deconstruction. When I deconverted, it was such a painful process for me that I'm just still bitter. And you know, like, it wasn't a choice. It wasn't a conscious choice. It was like Pascal's wager does me no good because I can't make myself believe something that sounds ridiculous. Can you make yourself not like chocolate ice cream if you do, or like chocolate ice cream if you don't?
Yes.
It's out of my hands. Who's at the helm? That's the question. That's the hard question of consciousness. Where's David Chalmers when you need him? You know, I had a modern day living philosopher lined up to go head to head with David Chalmers for this debate, and he friggin' died last week. Daniel Dennett, rest in peace. He's done living. He's not on the other side. There's no afterlife.
If
What?
you were able to ask the rest of your organs and if there was some kind of higher power that like made everything happen, they'd go, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, the
Right?
brain. They'd be like, the brain does that, right? Talking about the brain,
Yeah.
right?
No. They'd be like, "No, what are you talking about? We're atheists. We're atheists. I'm an atheist liver. What are you talking about? I control myself."
oh, I bet you I know what happened. I know what
This
happened.
is predeterminism. This is predeterminism that I filter out nasty shit from the blood. It's just predetermined that I do that. There's no higher power that controls that. Even just in a sense that nature itself, DNA, isn't that a higher power?
DNA is a higher power?
It's more powerful than
I think it's just a language, a complicated language. Yeah, DNA is
Smarter
more
than us.
powerful than we are. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, in the course of
Powerful.
the next 5 years, grow larger or add an extra appendage or do something. Go.
DNA could do that without our input, and
Yeah, it's
and we
remarkable.
can't make
It's
it do
almost like
it is remarkable.
a miracle.
It's almost
like
like
a
a miracle.
miracle.
I know it imitates
man, if it
miraculous.
wasn't for believing in God, man,
It's a
you wouldn't
phenomenon.
have
It's a
anything in life,
phenomenon.
man.
Okay, so I think I know what happened.
That's the thing about phenomenon.
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
You uploaded videos.
The thing about phenomenon. Phenomena.
Wow, there's
Are you
quite
Is,
a.
You get a bitch about my videos I uploaded.
Go
the
ahead.
common thread is unusual,
Are you eating?
but most of them are hard to explain. But you can expand the definition of phenomenon to mean any occurrence. Absolutely anything.
How?
Name anything, and it is a phenomenon because by definition, a phenomenon is anything that happens. Because it's kind of it's like
that exists and can be
unusual
seen,
is the common thread.
especially something. Yeah, so it says especially something unusual. What that qualifier means absolutely nothing in the term of the definition. Good job, Cambridge.
Phenomena.
Is Brady in
Phenomena.
disguise?
See,
Phenomena.
see, senor.
Phenomena.
Brady, what are you wearing?
I didn't know we
I'm
were.
not wearing,
I didn't know we were getting
I'm
down
not
like
wearing
that.
anything.
It's hilarious.
It's kind of
It's my-
racist. You realize
It's
that,
my
right?
sombrero, man.
I don't know if I want to be on the show. Is that why production's been so kind of shitty and lazy the last couple
We
episodes? or
outsourced it to the Southerners.
You're celebrating Cinco de Mayo early.
Texas. No, I'm.
Gary, you said
It's late. I'm still celebrating.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo was
Yeah,
great, but
that was-
Gary's
that was
big
yesterday.
thing was Star Trek.
Star
Day.
Trek.
And you
Nice.
celebrated with the Star Wars characters behind you.
Nice. Star Trek Day.
Isn't that how that goes?
Yeah, that's how that goes. Don't say anything. He just wants to hit the nerd button. He's gonna hit it anyways.
What?
Brady, he's just
Roll the
sent
clip,
me a
Brady.
clip of his penis.
Listen,
Brady, he's just sent me a clip of his
the
penis.
reason. Okay, so
That's new. There's a new one.
the reason that you
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's an oldie but goodie.
you signed in
It's
to
from one of
upload
the
your
earlier
videos of your debate, and you probably changed the password to do so. But I used the same account. That's what happened.
Oh no.
So it's been resolved,
Oh
and you are now locked
Wait.
out forever.
no, I didn't use the same account. I created a new account.
Oh,
No.
I created
Can we do
Egg
this post?
No, yeah, we'll talk.
Can we do this on the Brady Drew show?
I didn't.
We usually back clean up
I
on the
didn't
Brady
change
Drew
the
show.
password there.
All right, I don't know.
I'm locked out forever.
It's all right. No, you're not. I was just
Yeah.
I was-
That you know what? Everything you just said, that makes sense to me. I was already logged in. Okay, that all makes sense.
We
to me.
established.
So are you? Did I just log you out if you're logged in? Because no, you're not. Logged in during the show.
Until I
need
need it again. I don't.
Let me know when this conversation's done.
I
I'll
need to
back.
be logged in during the show. That's all. We'll work it out later.
Yeah.
We can make plenty of accounts.
Yeah. That was
I just
awkward.
Well, like whenever the show went up, I liked it to be under the Fladge Rants channel, uploaded by Fladge. So the Fladge the user account Fladge handles everything, but technically it's your account.
Okay. I'm good with that.
But I'm in, so I can play stuff again.
Oh, good. Roll the clip, Brady.
Which clip would that be? Oh, I got the one. Oh,
Brady, he
introduction.
just sent me a clip of his penis.
I'll be right back. I have to go find the gem. That was friggin' fantastic.
ba-ba-ba-da-da.
Love it.
Thanks, Brady. Thanks, Brady.
There we go. Thanks, Brady.
There we go.
Absolutely outstanding.
I think Jesse wins the debate just for eye contact alone.
Right? Yeah, because we were reading.
And audio quality as well. He tends to be louder than everyone else, and the music he's talking over is less gay than the rest of the music. What kind of party you guys had going on over there? That was some of the gayest music I ever heard, and don't blame it on Shirtless Joe.
You know my DJ is Shirtless Joe, and he did a quality job. This is probably his best DJ job ever. I couldn't even believe how good it was. He played some old throwback Kmart pharmacy commercials. Like he skipped the commercials and then played his own. No,
he doesn't pay for streaming service either.
Right, and it's pronounced either.
Either.
So, as tends to be the case for me, it's not so much that I think I'm actually being gaslit or even on a different side than Gary. I think that's a matter of perception. So my take on this, why I say that is this. It's all semantics and definitions of what a term means to me or what a term means to somebody else. So when somebody says body and mind, and it might sound like I'm talking about them as separate entities, but they're not. They're so intertwined and interwoven. I don't believe they can be separated, nor are they separated. They can be dealt with like
so he agrees with
personalities as individuals, also connected.
No, he
said
you missed his
he said he doesn't not agree with you. Although you think that you disagree, you may not. Is all he said.
Well,
I admit by saying
that
this may
ideas,
sound similar,
thoughts.
But trust me, this is not.
I admit that thoughts and ideas are not material, like immaterial, like meta or ethereal. But that does not mean
ethereal.
They're not directly a consequence of mind, of brain, of your brain. The meat computer in your head.
Either.
UK is either, so that is the more proper English, sir. What say you?
What say you? What say you?
I say this is not the UK. I know it. I think I know.
What say you? What say you? What say you?
So you're proper British now?
What say you?
That's
not proper grammar.
That's not proper grammar.
I like to just respond to the. You just talk back to them, and then there's this awkward pause afterwards every time.
So what's your feedback on Jesse? Jesse was unintelligible nonsense, right?
Great audio quality. No, he was able to. He spoke clearly. He spoke with a depth of voice and close enough to the microphone to pick him up, and you could totally hear everything that he said without like a lot of background noise. Very easy to clean up. That was the easiest clip to clean up.
Man, sir.
You're talking about what he said? You're talking about what he said, exactly.
So the content of what he said is a lot what I agree with, just because, to me, not only is it separate, but I'll be so bold and go even farther to say that the logical concepts that our brain, the physics basically, could even be constraining our understanding of whatever's beyond that. Obviously.
Okay. Funny Jesse story.
Wait,
it's like
I woke.
All right.
I woke up at 12:30, 1 o'clock,
like
somewhere in that range. I was by the fire, asleep in a chair. I looked next to me, and Jesse's asleep in the chair next to me. 150 feet away is Shirtless Joe on an inflated air mattress in the bed of his pickup. And he hears me stirring and starts talking to me. So I made us brats. And we had like 24 brats. What am I going to do with 22 brats? I've got 22 left. I made one for me, one for Jesse. Joe didn't get up.
And then inside this
that explains the gay music.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the what's the kid's opening statement. A direct response to this.
Where did you find this thing? Where did you get him from? The bus stop?
You know how I pick up dudes?
Did you?
I know you always have to have a young one
How do you-
offhand. It's very interesting. It's very P Diddy of
Dude,
you.
You want to start? You don't want your opening statement. You want?
No, that's why I read it live just now.
Oh, but that's not going to stop me from playing the drunk version.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Okay, yeah, hit it.
Is body mind dualism? Short answer, yes. Long answer, not even. For those who haven't considered eternal existence, it should creep you out. I know it's cruel to tell someone clinging to the hope, living forever, that it is possible. Like telling a little kid Santa doesn't exist. But here we go.
Santa exists. He's just not what we make him out to be.
Oh, wait till you hear
that the
his
one I
rebuttal.
figured out?
It is so
September
good.
13th,
The kid puts me in my place. It's good.
1948. Sidney Gage, age 25, suffered severe damage to his left frontal lobe when he was impaled by a 3'7" camping rod in a railroad construction accident. By all accounts, he was a completely different person, despite maintaining his memories and motor skill.
So can I comment on any of the debate, or are we just watching and
Oh,
commenting?
please. No, please do.
What is the proof or point that when you're establishing that he's a different person because he doesn't have memory of the other portion before the accident?
Oh, you don't think personality is tied with mind?
I don't think awareness is tied to, like, I mean, it can be, but it doesn't. Why does it exclusively have to be? Why?
He didn't lose his memories or his awareness. He lost his personality, the way he acts, the way he behaves, the way he is.
He lost his ability to reference past.
Yeah, no, his
things.
old.
No,
so he had
kept-
zero. He had zero personality, or he had a different one, because it sounds like it just changed.
A completely different personality.
Just
He
mute.
was a different person.
No.
Yeah, because he can't
Yes.
reference his frontal
Well,
lobe. It has nothing to do with.
If
it
he
has
was a
nothing to
different
do with-
person, what are we? It was the same physical body, right? I mean, isn't that your whole point?
That is my point.
It's the same.
He lost
consciousness.
part of his
It's the
brain
same consciousness.
and lost that part of himself.
So how is that possible if it's
It's still
all
there.
just the brain and the like? If you are the body, how did all that change? You got different code, different programming, different path, different sensors. Something just changed it.
I have neither the patience nor the crayons to make you understand. I actually said that to
I
the
love
kid.
how
too.
that's
To me, I'm my
You
point.
also said that several
What my
times.
point that I was trying to get at.
I
is that
know.
I don't think
I
having
like it. It's
I need a
funny.
new one.
I don't even think having a different personality argues in either side. I don't think it makes a difference to either side. You could have an afterlife and a personality, or have just a body and die and be and still have an accident to erase.
He called me out on that. Okay. I admitted I
so
lost. Come on.
When looking up phenomenon stuff, I ran across this. It's not really important to really bring it up because
All right then.
what I get the gist.
You
of
lived
it
another.
it's deathbed phenomenon. People that are either like Alzheimer's or they're
Wait,
that
hang on.
senile
Did
that
you
they
say
just can't remember
Alzheimer's?
shit.
Did you say
They have these
Alzheimer's?
weird
Yeah, it's Alzheimer's. There's no T in there.
sorry.
I thought you said
Alzheimer's.
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 Like
Yeah, just say
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Hall of
Alzheimer's
Famers.
disease.
Alz.
Look,
What's your point here,
Alzheimer's.
Gary? Old timers.
My point. My
all right, so
point
there's this
is,
period
what's this
that
dead?
can happen. There's this period that can happen up to 6 months, and it's a sign that they're dying. But they have these very clear moments where they no longer are autismic, where they can remember everything, and they're having clear conversation, and they remember stuff from the past and stories that they may have never told before. All that shit's still up there. They just they don't have the ability to access it anymore.
Great, well put. Very well put.
I've said that about 4 times
in
already.
Gary's
I'm
defense,
glad that
that
you finally
still
heard it.
doesn't take away any of his physical arguments, because if it was a hard drive, physically contained hard drive, the same things would apply.
Yeah, that's the
That's fine, you
piano
can't access it.
player
You're
analogy, or the car driver analogy. It's like
Now-
a great driver can't drive a broken car.
Whatever is driving you can't access it.
There's
you
something
can.
definitely out
Yes,
of
you
body
can.
with your connection.
We live in Metro Detroit.
A great driver
We live in Metro
can
Detroit. You've
drive a
seen plenty
broken
of people
car.
driving broken cars. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have.
And a broken
So you're saying
a
we're just
broken
car?
driver can drive a good car. What is that? What's your point? A lot of the things that you say go exactly in the opposing.
No, that's
like
fine. That's fine.
minority. The minority doesn't necessarily have to
and
be
any
right.
argument
The
that works
majority doesn't
both
necessarily have to be
ways
right
doesn't
either.
work either.
All we are is just a car,
Right.
right? So what happens when that car breaks and we go get a new car? The driver stays the same, right?
The analogy breaks down.
The
No, the
consciousness
analogy
that
breaks
controls
down.
the vehicle goes to another vehicle, actually. So there's another vessel.
Yeah, that's the soul concept.
It's conscious too.
Yeah, there's the.
That's how a car works. You said it's just like a car. You said it's just like a car. Yeah.
You're frozen.
I said
And when I
that's
go
just
get a new
like the
I
car
throw my car away
analogy,
and I get a new car.
and it breaks down.
So in your analogy, what is the part?
Right.
So does the
And
body.
that's
soul is
why the
driver?
car analogy doesn't work.
Right.
Right. The soul is the driver. Right. And so you understand now
Yeah,
why
okay.
that analogy doesn't work, right?
I don't get it at all.
You know why
Yeah.
I brought that up to tell you
Yeah.
that doesn't work, right? Are you up
No,
to
you
speed
didn't
yet?
mean to bring that up. You said something and I laughed.
I can get more crayons.
You've been able to speak.
Okay.
I
You need a
find
new
it
one.
Okay,
laughable
I'm gonna
and
go grab some
funny
crayons.
and exciting all at once
I'm gonna find you more crayon
that
metaphors.
you're
that you can
willing
use.
to argue something that's not definable in a definition. Like that's the paradox that you're stuck, that you're trying to convince yourself.
That's why Gary's a mindless
Yeah.
trendy, man.
I don't think he's trying to convince anybody but himself. Because
That might be true.
I don't care. I'm like,
He seems to be the only one convinced by himself.
well, and
as well, so.
he starts to get a little offended. Like he refers to the majority, and
everyone else.
yeah, like that's a virtue automatically just by its fault. You know that he's willing to stand up for something that's hard. Like a flat earther is the way I really, that's the way I hear it.
That's what I said before. The flat earther percentage is on the same par as atheism. So I don't know what.
So
I think one was like less than 1 to 3%. The other one was like 7%. So it's towards that lower end that these
the
weird
sad
people.
part though that I have to reveal is that I can't keep doing this because I don't want to make people sad. I want to show that motivates, is entertaining and happy. I don't want to tell people and punch them in the face every day and say your life's gonna suck. There's no reason to live is what I hear the message. It's kind of sad. Even though that's Gary's like, no.
That would be awfully sad.
He'll say
But
he
that
wants
is not
everybody
the
to.
message.
I understand. You want everybody to appreciate the preciousness of the life because that's it. That's all there is what we are, the here and now.
Bingo.
Problem is we're going to
And-
have to go through another 10,000 years to erase the 10,000 years of ingrainment of there must be more and people won't.
I don't think it should take that long.
Bad
I did it in a painful decade or so. It was uncomfortable. The moral argument's the best argument that anybody's had, and there are plenty of good reasons to be a good person on offer that we don't have to have.
Don't
I don't know. Roll the clip.
Magical
Brady?
stories.
Hey, back
12 years as this different
Brady,
person
just sent me a
should
clip of
think
his
that
penis.
our conscious mind should continue in any recognizable way without a functioning brain when any amount of brain damage could cause extreme personality changes seems to me absurd. My opponent may assert that an immaterial mind is separate from the physical brain. It's my contention that consciousness is an emergent property of brain. Any brain has the capacity for some.
So you said an emergent property of the brain.
An emergent property, yes.
Do you mean like the off-gassing of a
Like water is wet.
It's just a byproduct, or it is the product?
Right. The product, yeah, the product. It's a combination of things: the motor skills, the emotional processing, the cognitive function, the memory. There's a lot of
motor skills are
facets.
Motor skills are in your inner ear, sir. Your balance and all that is in your inner ear.
Oh my god!
I guess your motor skills are your frontal lobe.
Still,
but
it's physical.
I need the sign of the trans drawer.
That's a cop out. You absolutely
That's
do.
just your balance.
Your whole purpose in
dong.
this show
Yeah.
is to do what you just said you don't have time
Without
to do.
balance, how do you have motor skills? Without balance, how do you have motor skills? If my inner ear goes out, I got no balance. So who gives a shit about whatever else controls the balance? other than
Right?
your
Yeah.
inner ear?
It doesn't matter if you care about it. It's still not the same thing. Balance and motor skills are two
I'm probably
things,
wrong.
and we can totally move on now.
I'm not right.
Oh,
I'm not right. I'm
consciousness.
probably wrong.
Oh, I'm right.
Disagree.
I have no idea.
I say I am a budget. The opposing view is that I have a budget. That makes me a materialist. Since the vast majority of the viewing audience is comprised of dualists, I am outnumbered. Objective reality.
I'm not sure what I am. Don't call
Why
me
would
a
that be?
don't call me a
Why would
You
duelist.
are a duelist.
No, that's your see.
You
you're-
are.
Why
Hold
would
on,
that be?
you're putting me into a constraint that I don't even accept. There's way more than two.
However, isn't determined by popular opinion, since who you are is largely dependent on your.
I
Oh,
just
you're a compatibilist. You're a compatibilist. We had a boy.
I just you're making it so this or that. That's where I jump off. I'm like,
Are you a materialist or are you a dualist?
Don't do
neither.
it, Brady. Don't do it.
All right.
Think of the
Neither.
children.
Okay.
Neither.
Don't jump.
Pretty non-committal.
Neither. Well, because
All right.
I don't have to. Committing only appeases your wants and needs. I don't want or need.
I know.
Therefore,
All
I
right.
will not to be mean, but I don't have the time, energy, or will to cater to your wants and desires.
I'll loan you some crayons.
See, you're just trying to insult to make people consider that their point is lesser than yours just because they're stupid, and that's what stupid people do.
Perspective, body-mind dualism is an incoherent, delusional fetish. Simply putting a mind.
Not stupid people, but people that are tired of arguing, which to me is
stupid people have feelings too.
They do. I apologize. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Requires a functioning brain, a strong, innate illusion that consciousness is beyond the functioning of a human brain, paired with the confirmation bias brought about by a natural.
Plus, from watching this video, I think no one better than you can judge the difference between capacity or not, because clearly there's nothing but your physical brain here. With the level of impairment,
Oh my God,
you can see.
I'm impaired. I'm actually proving my point.
What's up?
I impaired my brain.
What's up with your left eye? It appears to be not opening very much.
And healthy fear of death can very easily persuade.
Jesse still gets eye contact. You should look up.
I incapacitated myself before the recording.
Well, see, now that's somebody who doesn't believe there's an afterlife and no repercussions. So just might as well just
No, that's someone who has 2 parties a year.
Thanks, Brady.
And one of you's shown up for one of them.
Materialism.
You have like
Materialism is a bad word in my circles.
Yep, I know.
When you get a 70 degree days in early May, I'm not sticking around. I don't know about you.
What? Bull crap.
Going to the water. Going to the water. The water.
Oh, you to the water? Was that fun?
I sent you a picture of the water.
I saw the water.
The picture I sent was me telling you that I was waterside, therefore I'm not showing up, is what that meant. I hope
Brady, were you born on Cinco de Mayo?
No, I was born on May 5th.
Oh, I don't understand.
I wasn't born in Mexico.
Oh,
see,
okay. Were you born a dualist?
I was born an infant. I didn't know yet.
I was born at a very young age as well.
Yeah, contrary to you, I didn't know everything the moment I was born.
That's too bad.
In fact, I would say, and be so bold as even to today, I still don't know everything.
Huh. Okay, well, ask me anything.
I'll go even farther.
What say you?
I don't know anything.
Wow. All right.
Do you know
I learned a lot.
Do you know how peaceful that is?
Oh, yeah, it's liberating.
See? So, what's a phenomena? Let's back up to the what?
Anything.
Anything
I
observed.
picked another topic that means absolutely anything that happens.
An observable event, correct?
Anything, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely anything.
But so then, how come we've taken the word and turned it into like when somebody is exceptional, they're a phenom, or they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Because outstanding, like to stand apart is part of the original definition of phenomenon. It's isn't there a wrestler called a phenom, like a pro wrestler? Okay,
The
maybe
Undertaker.
not.
There's also the phenomenal AJ Styles, but
sorry.
See, there you go.
Man, I was at a football game this weekend, and they kept doing the Ric Flair. I can't even come close to doing it anymore. But can anybody do it?
Yeah, I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Woo!
I had about five or six of them in me, and now all I can do is go. Whoa, whoa. That's it.
Just since like The Rock and Stone Cold have been around, it's been like, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And it's just funny how whenever anyone references wrestling, even if they're like the things they go to are The Rock, Stone Cold, Ric Flair, and Hulk Hogan, and the Macho Man. Those are like your top 5.
What about that really old?
Oh, yeah.
The Bruno dude from.
Yeah, he didn't have like a catch. He didn't have like a, I don't know. What was his catchphrase? What was his gimmick? I don't know. What did he sound like? I don't know. The other ones were all characters, very much characters that you can mimic. They had catchphrases. They came up with new catchphrases. It was
I kind of look like Macho. I kind of look like Macho Man
wrestling.
a little bit. Yeah.
No, there is a catchphrase that's still done on wrestling. It's right here.
Your panties ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy and way up your ass as far as they will go, but even farther. And the thickest cock goes down your throat.
Yeah, right. It's on YouTube. Damn it.
Wow.
Drop the gun.
That was right to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got content, but it's all non-YouTube content.
That's the only one I know.
Other than some deer fladgies.
Yeah, before we go to that,
the only non-YouTube content
I have a video that shows a phenomenon, and then whatever else you got.
Yeah,
I've got people clamoring to see the kid.
Is anyone watching?
Yes, I've got people asking me to see the kid.
Well, let's get to it, man.
Do his thing.
Gary,
roll the clip, Brady.
Just to reiterate, you're the host of the show, Gary. Gary!
Oh. Bring it on.
No, my kids.
Yeah.
He destroys me.
Is this the kid's last rebuttal?
I'm so proud.
What video is this?
This one's called
because on his last rebuttal, there is something I'd like to point out. There's actually 2 things I want to point out. They're both early, but I'll tease the first one. So just pay attention. This is so pay attention for this.
Such as. There, yes. There's such as. I know. I noticed that too.
All right, so I did a little.
It's such as
I did a tiny bit of producing. Did you?
Such as yes.
Did you keep it the same speed? Because I had to slow it down a tiny bit. He's a young fast talker, and I found if we did it.
I didn't touch anything. I just changed the audio.
7.5, it was a lot easier to understand.
Body mind dualism, merely wishful thinking. Short answer, no. Long answer, no, it is not. Consciousness is fundamentally undeniable. We can all say confidently that it exists.
I love that too. That was such a dig on Gary because he said the same silly, stupid thing.
Right. But much like many other concepts we have, such as gravity and dark matter, we do not fully understand them. To say with pure confidence that our consciousness is purely of a physical state is ludicrous. We cannot prove that in any meaningful way. Frank Johnson had a famous concept, Mary's room. Similar to the allegory of the cave proposed by Plato, it is the idea that a room that is entirely there's a room that is entirely in black and white. If we put in Mary, an ordinary person, in there from birth, she will have no idea what color is. We could teach her everything there is to know about colors, wavelengths, how it feels, how it sounds that you might be able to associate with it. But until Mary comes out of that room, she will never truly know what it is like to experience it, proving that understanding something physically and scientifically doesn't equate the experience of seeing it firsthand, a profoundly extra-physical idea. My opponent brings up a lot of other nonsense about being outnumbered and fear of death as arguments for dualism. However, this is just a superfluous word salad.
Oh, I connect to this guy all of a sudden. He can't say
intended to bring emotion into this, I will ride on the proverbial high horse and not do that.
Oh, and he's even on the high horse.
Superfluous word salad. He stole all of my words. It was great.
He's been hanging out with Gary too much, yeah.
Too much, yeah.
Is that it? Or,
I was
think
trying
there's
to.
more,
Yeah. No, that was his opening statement. But
proposed by Plato.
Okay.
Frank Johnson had a famous concept, Mary's room, similar to the allegory of the cave proposed by Plato. It is the idea that a room that is entirely. It is the idea that there is a room that is entirely in black and white. If we put in Mary, an ordinary person, in there from birth, she will have no idea what color is.
So that's exactly what I said about how can you expect to know something that's completely beyond the physical, logical, reasonable realm that you exist if you don't, I don't know the right.
The Red Mary allegory.
And he mentions the cave, right? If you only see a cave, you think your whole world is the cave.
The Plato shadow cave.
So I don't want to say forget. I don't expect anything else for people that are living in this realm to think there can't possibly be anything outside of this realm. But just because that's a reasonable, expectable fact, it doesn't discount it to me. It's still possible, because what he just said, I couldn't possibly understand it. Why, the level of my understanding is the limit to you, and that's it.
Right. While there are certainly things that we don't understand, there's no reason to put extra stuff in. Okay, so let's do Occam's razor.
Wait.
What?
Just because there's things that we don't understand, though, there's no reason to put extra stuff in. If you just admitted that there's stuff that we don't understand, there has to be extra stuff.
Yeah. So until you know what that is, don't add it yet. Keep what we know. What we know is good.
We won't add it.
But adding stuff that you don't know
you don't
is
know.
stupid.
You don't know.
Don't discount it either.
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't qualify
I am saying
your
discount
opinion as much as you can't disqualify.
Yep. Yeah, I can.
You can't qualify one.
It's my job. I can do what I want.
Because
You
there's
can teach her everything there is to know about colors, wavelengths.
There's no proof either or.
Either war. Did I say that right?
Proof either or. Either or. Tell it to the British bitch. Tell it to the British bitch.
Either.
Bob Iger.
Either.
Figer
law.
British bitch. Tell you what. Play it. Roll the clip.
All right, let the wee man talk again. Let the little guy go.
No. His next one's a rebuttal to my drunken rambling.
I have neither the time nor the crayon to make you understand.
I'm talking directly to him.
Extra. Or,
heard that before.
Okay, the most useful tool in all of science is Occam's razor. Occam's razor means simplified. If you could take something out of the equation, it makes it much easier to solve. And so far, it has 100% practical usefulness. Every time it's been applied, and it has provided help in the substitute of real truth, like what's really going on.
Is your script written on the ceiling?
I was blotto.
Discovery.
I know, it's so weird.
Oh dear, that's embarrassing.
The camera.
Physics breakthroughs have all.
Where am I?
Panned out.
What in the hell?
With no consideration of any extra supernatural nonsense. And that's why I win. Sorry.
What?
It's very weird. You guys wrote all that shit down, like, for the most part, because that seems really weird to me. You can't just have like an off the cuff. You had to write stuff down and like quote that. Just you just kind of copy
the most
pasted.
show
That's what
prep
some
I've
of the
ever
shit
done.
sounded like, actually. No, I'm saying for the debates there.
Right.
I felt like I was listening to somebody else read somebody else's debate.
Well, I wrote this down so
you
that
can't just
he
go off
would.
the cuff and talk like that. I thought that was the whole point of Fladge Rants, not Fladge Reads.
Dude, we have to have Fladge Reads.
Fladge Reads, a new segment.
Anything with an R.
I wrote this down for him. I wrote this down and gave it to him a month ago.
For prep.
You wrote his
I
script?
love
You wrote his
prep.
script?
That's great.
No, I wrote my script and then read it
You wrote his
verbatim
script,
so that he could respond to it in kind, and he did a
I'm
fabulous
glad
job.
you
And I'm
prep for
very
the
proud
debate,
of
but
him.
you don't prep for the show. It's good you prep for the debate, but never the show. That's good.
Well, that
Yeah.
That was
that's the
drawer, and
model
he's
of the
right.
show is no prep. I thought that was.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
well,
a
I need
scripted
to
rant
stop-
is
I
not
need
a
to stop
rant.
prepping shit. No, you don't script the rant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I wrote
But it's a scripted
Maelstroms,
debate. You asking me to script a
Murmuration,
debate?
Volcanic Lightning,
Unless
Aurora
you're Joe
Borealis,
Biden
and
or
Morning Glory Clouds.
Hillary Clinton.
Oscillatory phenomenon, the nature of wave propagation.
Unless you're
And this
Hillary Clinton, you
dog.
shouldn't have a scripted debate. I mean, even if you are Hillary Clinton, you shouldn't have a scripted debate, but apparently she got away with it.
What if I am Hillary Clinton?
Yes, no, maybe so.
No!
Play the kid.
Like gravity,
He
dark
kills me
matter, even Newton's laws and stuff like that. Those are just
Oh,
placeholders.
I
We
thought you
don't
meant to
entirely
know.
understand those.
Wait, I didn't start it at the beginning, did I? No, I didn't.
No, you did not.
That's
It was very close. He only has two 2-minute segments, and he kills it.
Which is that the simplest explanation is often the correct one. However, comma, that is not 100% always the case, and I believe
Okay,
that.
good pause.
Yeah. I love the comma.
He's reading, right? However, comma. That's fucking so stupid and ignorant, and he can go
That's
fuck himself.
hilarious.
Yeah, he did it
That is
ironically.
hilarious, comma. I like
think
it.
Anybody who knows Gary
he
is going to
didn't.
give him like a grammar stick just to be like, make sure you know that I'm
Right.
putting in the comma.
No.
Do.
I love the
He's
comma.
on that level, yeah.
I love the comma.
I don't
I
know,
gave him a Stretch
How long has he been
Armstrong
around you?
just
How
for the
long have you
comma.
known this little one?
I believe
Eight
that
eight
How long have you
months.
kidnapped
things
this little
that I
one?
mentioned earlier, such as like gravity, dark, that's always the case, and I believe inflation is often the correct one. However, comma, that is not 100% always the case, and I believe that things that I mentioned earlier, such as like gravity, dark matter,
Such as
even
like
Newton's laws and stuff like that, those are just placeholders. We don't.
Did he say it?
such as like
Yeah. Well, he said such as like, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Basically
Those
the
are
same.
just placeholders. We don't entirely understand dark matter, even Newton's laws and stuff like that. Those are just placeholders. We don't entirely understand those concepts. And Occam's razor may help out with stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. And I don't think that the burden of proof is on me as a dualist to think. The burden of proof is not on me as a dualist. It's also on the materialist. So I don't think that that's entirely
Burden of
relevant.
proof
to
is
this.
on everyone.
I think physicalist or materialist theories, they all hinge on this sort of idea. The brain is just like a computer. All it does is compute. All it does is follow basic instruction. And there's a very smart guy by the name of John Searle who had a famous Chinese room experiment. And that's the idea that you put John Searle in a room with a computer and the keyboard is all Chinese symbols. And you tell him what symbols to put in. And he will send those on a computer to another computer. And the other computer will send stuff back to him. And he responds like that. He has no idea what's being said at all. He is just typing the buttons he's told me. He has just had an entire conversation in Chinese with somebody else and has no idea what happened. And it's similar to like how the computer had no idea what was being said. All it did was send those messages back and forth. And the fact that we can have conversations that we fully comprehend and understand means that our minds are obviously much greater than just merely computational things. My opponent also brought up that Santa is not real. And I think bringing up the fact that Santa is not real is absolutely ludicrous. Am I supposed to believe that my parents can travel all around the world in one night and eat all of the cookies and drink all of the milk? That's simply impossible. And when you look underneath the Christmas tree, you will have presents from Santa and you will have presents from mom and dad. Okay, so if they were all from your parents, why would they not all be labeled mom and dad? Why are their presents labeled Santa? Which I think, thank you. So I think bringing up Santa as proof that dualism isn't real is also completely out of this world.
Yeah. So I yelled out reductio ad
I
absurdum.
like how he gets handed a present, right?
And that was
Explain what he meant
the
there, 'cause I
Stretch
don't understand why
Armstrong
he
doll.
brought that up.
Because
Metallica?
I mentioned Santa, so it was open game. It was a reductio ad absurdum, and I love a good reductio.
Yeah, everyone loves reductionist views.
They use this very reductionist
Yeah.
view of what God is.
They'll
They'll say
pull
there's
things
no
out of
proof.
thin air and be like, well, because
Weird.
your lighter's not orange, it must be purple. Like, wait a minute. There's so many other colors that you're not even considering. Well, I don't want to do that because it'll make my argument much harder and it won't reduce it to this simple thing that I just created out of thin air. Sorry.
Okay, so feedback on the debate. The kid won cleanly, right?
Well, really quick. Really quick. I just wanted to pull these out because I don't know when I'm going to be able to use them again because it's very rare that a dipshit uses that phrase. But
I believe that our education, such as South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere, such as.
All right, go ahead.
He said "such as," which is funny.
I think 3 times in my life I've heard that phrase, and I don't know if ever I'm going to run across a.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to run across a dipshit that's going to use that same phrase. Again.
Such as matter.
It's been remarkable. It's been in the
People
last
also
year.
say, "What's the matter?" and it automatically means that matter is bad for some reason.
Wrong.
Why do you think
When
this
was-
is?
When was that uploaded?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere, such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Did we show the interview with Mario wanting to help, but there's rules that are where he couldn't save her?
No, but it's people wonder why this type of stuff happens.
Are they saying the yarmulke or America?
No offense to her, but I think he said unless you speak Arabic, that
I love the America.
They need to be very clear because they sound pro-Jewish. It sounded like he was saying, "I love the yarmulke."
America.
I love the America.
That's exactly what I hear,
what he's
dude.
saying.
It's
Holy
one of those,
I love the yarmulke.
I
one of
love
those
the
orange
yarmulke.
black things again.
That's not what,
All right, so
my
we
God.
got Ben Shapiro
Someone
on
needs to
next,
get this
right?
out to the public. Call the news.
I love the America.
I love the yarmulke.
He's saying I love the yarmulke. Hold on. Let's make sure everyone else is on the same page. Hold on.
I love the America. Yeah. I love the America. I love the America. The
my
people in the
God.
background are saying, "I love
That
the
is
harmonica." Though.
hilarious. Well, I mean, they're both one and the same. Goofy little patent instrument. Not much use.
All right, I've got a goofy little instrument.
I love the yarmulke.
So phenomena. Did you see? Did you see the phenomena I uploaded? Sorry.
The phenomena. Yeah, that was interesting. I
Sorry about
barely
the
ever
music.
check in the tube,
It was.
but I saw the. Yeah, is that gonna copyright? You could probably just mute it because no
Wait,
one needs
let's
to hear
save
you
it.
go,
Let's save it because
"Look at the
I
bugs."
can't.
Look
Oh
at
yeah,
him.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
The last
Just mute it.
celestial.
You can just re-narrate it. Go full screen with that shit because
No,
it's unless it
it's
fucks your
hard to
shit up.
see
Yeah, there
no
you
matter
go.
what.
Well, then can you zoom in? Do you have a touchpad or some shit where you can just zoom
I
straight
zoomed
in?
eventually,
on the,
so you can
versus
see
going full screen.
what we're looking at.
Whatever.
At this point, I'm
Yeah, it's very
thinking,
weird.
wow, there's a fire off in the distance.
Oh yeah.
But then I saw like another fire again. I'm like, I gotta film it. But the first time I saw it, do you see the trail of smoke right up? Wait, you see the trail of smoke right up here? I'm calling it trail of smoke. It's really not, but what it was insects directly above the road between the trees. Incest in the UP.
Wow.
Oh.
But
you were up
How
north.
far it was?
I was past up north. I googled
Past
everywhere.
up north?
I tried to find this
Yeah,
phenomenon
okay.
and I could not find it. I found mosquitoes over trees. I found mosquitoes over water, like where there was a one puddle, but nothing lined up over. I guess I can keep talking about this one. Nothing lined up over the road like this, where it was just. It seemed like every 20 feet there was a column of them in perfect, like the same amount, the same insect.
was like
I don't
fucking
know.
season or something.
That's kind of like the murmuration. The starlings. Fish also do that. Schools of fish, where they look like a big body, like
Yeah,
a
they just get together.
larger creature, like
And
a
they just get
cloud.
together and they just get together and fucking
Yeah,
come.
well, they
It
and
might seem like I came to this
they move in
podcast.
perfect synchronicity, and they don't seem to communicate. They just all know which way to turn. But
Fast
so I mean,
reflexes. They're reacting.
This went on for at least 2 miles, where it was just every 20 feet there was a column of at least 1 million insects, and you could really see them.
Pet
You
your
could really
dog.
see them when they lined up, like right there. That was pretty wild.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? It's weird, yeah, because they go in and out, and it does look like little fucking like someone's sending smoke signals. And again, I kind of treated the video like you would, where you start watching it, and Brady's like insects, and I'm like, it's just smoke or some shit. But no, they are specifically in clumps in a weird trail line. Are they point A to point B traveling? Are they just getting together to fuck? Is the road warmer than or less birds? They're
So
gonna
it's
get
that
less eaten over the road.
Yeah,
You said
it's
they
that
seem to be
close to Lake
following the road,
Michigan.
right?
So I think I
With
was
the
already
wind,
far
is
enough
it-
away that I was driving the South UP, so that would have been Lake Michigan. Well, yeah, it's to my
I
right.
think we can just all agree that
I have no idea.
But
Gary?
I think when I zoom in, you can really see them when they're above the car. You can the camera's wanting to zoom in. I got to give it up to the Android camera too for being all focused on the trees and the cars. You can see by the dashboard how much it's moving around. Ooh, so that almost looked like at that point I genuinely was questioning myself. I'm like, wait, maybe they're not insects, or if they are insects, there's a truck in front of me releasing them. That's the only thing I can think of.
right. Maybe there's a humanitarian.
Oh my God,
project and
they're Bill
slowly
Gates
releasing them
fucking
along
mosquitoes.
Right.
So right here you can really see
Bill Gates and mosquitoes. What do you mean? What do you mean Bill Gates and
see the
mosquitoes?
columns.
You know,
right
why
there.
would I be involved in that?
Why would I be involved in that?
What was that?
And I've driven through this forest
Like
several
such
times.
as
I've driven up north, hundreds of times, and I've never seen. I mean, I've seen swarms of bugs. We were at Stony Creek once, and they came across the water. We were on the beach, and they were like, they darkened out the sky, but from about a foot off the ground, there was none. So the bees.
Who did? There was
and
nuns.
And the nuns were on the ground
They were
with us.
darkening out the
All right, yeah,
sky.
I finally zoomed in. Look at that. I realized there was a zoom. So now you can actually see that there's a column, and there's a column, and there's probably 2 columns. That's why it's darker, because they're back to back.
the fastest growing religious affiliation is the nuns.
What
is it? I thought it was the Muslims.
No.
Speaking of which,
I love the Africa!
All I hear is I love the yarmulke.
Yeah.
I know that's all I'm gonna hear from now on.
Okay.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
turning too. Maybe they're connected to the trees or something, but now the road totally curves, and so do the bugs.
The bugs curves?
Well, no, I mean the columns the columns
The
of bugs curve
curves.
right
Yeah,
around
that's exactly.
the road. Don't make fun of my
The bugs curves.
Grammar's hard.
That's not proper grammar.
You guys are idiots.
See them now too. Like there's a
Sounds like
there's
someone's
a
trying
side
to
view.
compensate
There's
for
like
something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They go on and on.
What's that little trail of smoke? Oh, that's
It's
just
a bug.
that's
That's
bird
one of the
shit.
bugs that
It's
flew
a
a little
phenomenon.
bit.
Or bug shit.
Ba, ba,
Something
ba,
like
da.
a phenomenon.
Gary?
Yeah, this is definitely a phenomenon.
I keep throwing the frisbee for the dogs. It's a phenomenon.
Something like a phenomenon.
What?
The disc? Frisbee? It's a phenomenon? That's
Phenomenon and off?
Phenomenon and off? Phenomenon off?
the mold?
Phenomenon off.
Phenomenon.
Our most
I
viewed
got Maxim.
podcast.
I got
was,
Maxim Phenomenal.
this-
Gary gets
where
it.
in the drawer is Dorman Doriego?
Mafanaganov. I'm
Oh,
home. That's where I am.
wow. I know. You're in Washington Township.
Who said it? Drawer?
I'm in Armada Township. That's Washington Township.
Well, sneaks around the world. He doesn't get the suspense of the show.
Yeah, no kidding. So what's your Mount Rushmore phenomenon?
The one thing
they are not ranked 1 through 4. It is just they're not 4.
So we need to sew?
We need to sew.
Are you having a stroke?
During who, me? You?
Yeah, me. I'm asking
During
me.
well, you're the one
So
old
you're at
enough
home?
to have a
Okay.
stroke.
I know. Oh yeah, Brady just turned 39. Now you guys are the same age. Is Brady with us? Holy crap! Oh, I thought he fell over. Crap.
Where in the world is my lighter?
Oh, you can use mine.
So
Oh, wait, no, you
100%.
can't.
100%. I gotta find the right video. So I guess I don't need to pull up the actual video, but the one clip in there is someone in total blackface.
All I see you
forget what
sharing
the
is
sign
either.
says. It says he's in.
It's
No, I'm
either.
not sharing it yet. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, it's the Jesse Hand thing.
If you say either,
can't
do
I
you have
find
to
the
stick with it and then say neither?
No. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
no.
You can't be
Please no.
either,
do.
neither.
Oh wow.
Either, neither.
Either neither.
It's either neither. It's either not. Whoa, wait, that's hard to.
Oh wait a minute, you just got into some
either
gray area there.
It's either neither.
Either.
Neither. I said it.
You're. What? I didn't say it.
Oh, I got one of those. Wait, where is it? Oh no, I don't. No.
Okay, good job.
Well, all I know is I can't find the clip, but in the starting of the one, it is literally a guy in blackface. He is in blackface and he is holding whatever cheer or dance sign, and he's just hardcore like going to the beat of the song. And at the time, no one seemed to notice. But I think we should find that guy and.
Did you want to do a Dear Fladge before we get off the YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Oh, wait, we have to do YouTube comments on
because
YouTube.
it's
So
YouTube
whatever the time.
Oh yeah.
No, also we keep referencing that and we don't explain. Hopefully everyone realizes that YouTube, when we mention that means YouTube sucks, and anything that's more controversial is going to be on Rumble. So if you're on YouTube, get your ass over to Rumble.
Call to action. Go to Rumble.
Right. That is our call to action.
Yeah, because we don't want to get flagged for bullshit.
You know
so,
when we say the R word, though,
Call
we
to
get
action.
shadow banned on YouTube.
Hard R word?
Roomba.
Rumble.
Rumbler.
Rumbale.
Let's get ready.
Rumbale.
Wait, no, that's probably trademark too, right?
Yes, it is. That's Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah.
You can
Although
give
his
him
brother went
$5
around
on
doing the
Fiverr
same
now,
thing.
and he'll say it about
No,
anything.
that's Michael
know,
Buffer, you
he's a
dipshit. Bruce is his brother.
David Buffer.
Michael Buffer is the original.
Is he?
David Buffer. Isn't that somebody too?
I don't know.
No, Michael Buffer was the original. And they all sound.
Wow.
Fuck 'em
Say
all.
they're gay and then say fuck them all leads me to believe that.
Uh-huh. I hear it. I heard the whole thing.
They all have AIDS.
Okay, good.
Monkeypox.
See, I walked right up to it, but I didn't actually say it.
No one had to.
That's okay. I mean, I
would agree with you, but
Wow.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I forgot. When Jesse was on earlier, I forgot to drop one of these.
Jesse Goodman, I love
that
you.
Seems a little gay. Too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
well,
love you, drawer.
I mean, if Gary is gay, I would probably be one of the first dicks he sucked.
That was drawer, and he's right.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, that's Jarlob. Look at how
Yeah, who
he's
is that guy?
spraying that. That's
You befriended
Jarlob.
You befriended a lot of younger. You've befriended a lot of younger Jack.
He's touching everyone one child at a time.
He's 20. He's actually 20
You've
years
been
old.
trying to replace your Jack.
Well, because
You've been trying
anytime
to
anybody
replace
gets like
Jack.
at least 32 years old, 29 years old even, he realizes he can't influence him with his ridiculous
He
nonsense.
ditches him. Yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous nonsense. Another one of my phrases. Superfluous word salad. Ridiculous nonsense. It's just
Nobody
this
said
must be
nobody
the
said
Fladge
word.
show.
Nobody said word salad, but you.
They don't have independent thoughts. They're all being manipulated by
He
Gary
wants
as if
everybody
he's
to
some type
burn.
of higher power.
Burn.
But they have no idea.
Burn.
They have no idea that they're being manipulated. Weird.
It's weird.
No response to that?
You
What
guys are
say
also influenced
you?
by me, but you know it full well.
I don't know why Metallica keeps wanting to play.
Play
I would
Metallica.
agree with you, but we'd both be wrong.
Matt Olenica? I don't know how much time we got.
Yeah,
what
we're
time?
just rolling right
We're
along. It
only
works.
on
You know, when the
11:15?
technology works, we can
Yeah.
actually do a show.
No kidding.
No, I'm just looking at some of the stuff that I want to present, and I want to make sure we get to it because there's a couple things that I definitely want Gary's opinion on. So
Yeah, I'm sticking around. Let's should we kick Tube to the Rumble?
No, we have to do comments and.
Dear Fladge.
Okay, hit it.
I'm gonna shorten it by one. Dear Fladge, when our first grandchild was born, my son Vic, and his wife, I wonder if is it Victor or just Vic? I don't know, but it just says Vic. I hate people that name their kid and already give it a nickname based off of that long name. And I just feel like, why don't you just name your kid something shorter than I fucking hate you. Oh, we're gonna name it Edward and call it Eddie from the get-go. Just like have that be a natural thing. Fuck those people. But dear Fladge, when our first grandchild, that was my rant for the day. Dear Fladge, when our first grandchild was born, my son Vic and his wife bought the first video camera in the family. I often ask them to bring it to family get-togethers and to help out. I purchased dozens of long-running, high-quality tapes. We didn't buy it to the kids. We made memories instead. A trip to the circus, renting out a roller rink for the entire family, and holding sports in our yard. All of the fun was captured on tape. Family grew, babies became teenagers, and we had a growing pile of tapes. 2 years ago, my husband died unexpectedly. I felt as though my life had been torn to shreds, and I was slowly getting over the shock. Recently, I felt strong enough to watch the tapes again. Grandpa was always in the middle of the action, which is the Vic's father, right? Yeah, because they're with the grand. When I asked Vic to bring them over, his response was, "Mom, we don't have those videos anymore. We taped junior softball games over them." I said, "How could you?" He replied, "Get over it, Mom." Asked. I was so angry, I walked out. I haven't called them since, and they haven't contacted me. I am so hurt. How could anyone have so little feeling? Signed, re-recorded in Miami.
Okay, re-recorded. It really does come down to body-mind dualism. You've got memories of those things. You don't need to be reminded by watching the video. I was bored to tears. I watched an old Christmas video, and I'm sure it would be touching, but you know what? My memories were better than the video. Sorry.
I don't know if the main point was memories for people who weren't there, the kids and the grandkids potentially of the dead deceased.
Oh, this is what it was like.
Dead husband. I think that's.
I guess for posterity.
I want you to see what your grandfather looked like, as if that has some.
Right? Yeah. I guess it's useful to have. I wish my dog wasn't barking right now, but that's saved for posterity too. That's part of this video now. The dog barking, and I wish it wasn't. So maybe our memory of this will be better
let
than
it
the
out,
actual
let it
recording.
in.
Why don't you tell your kids about their grandparents?
Interesting.
Maybe talk to your kids.
Well, what
Yeah.
if you want to see them? Like, you want to see what they look like? I don't know. Isn't
No,
looking at
try
a
it
picture
like a
of like
personal interaction.
your great grand like
Just the way you
it
pick
really
up
doesn't do anything
mannerisms
per
from other
se, but
people,
it is.
the way you use my phrases like they're your own. That's the same way you pass on that kind of stuff. Those traits, they move from generation to generation. We are immortal.
Dag nabbit, that's a bunch of flim flam. Buddy do.
Buddy do. That was fun, huh?
That's a
Do you have
terrible
comments?
delay. That's a terrible
What the dog
doing?
Brady.
Dear Fladgy. No. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only
Ask
comment.
Fladge.
What the dog doing?
What's the dog doing?
Brady on
I'm
mute.
not even on the screen, so it's okay.
I love your what are you wearing? I've got my fancy shirt on.
I like how you have a beard, but you had to put on the racist mustache. So you already have facial hair, but you had to add a racist facial hair. Where do you buy that? The racist store? The racist white people store?
Yes.
Did you get that at the clan meeting?
No, I got it at the low.
The low out on Cinco de Mayo
Lowrider rim shop.
While you all
No. No, buddy.
Yes.
Buddy do.
That
Yes.
comments would be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I know, yeah, that's why I love that one.
My God,
do I
there's
hold that?
new comments. We
Yes.
have new
Yes, Queen.
first ever comments
All you need is just
while
a
they
Queen
happen.
after that.
Yes.
Oh, we got live comments while they happen. That's great.
Great. If you're commenting
Right
on
on.
Fladge Rants Lives on YouTube, you can call in 1-586-3 Rants.
3 Rants 3.
We
Yeah.
probably won't be able to hear you, or you won't be able to hear us, but go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
We'll get it. No, don't tell them that.
Yeah, if you
Either
really
you
want to
can
be on the
text, you can
show,
text
just
them
because we're
garbage.
that production value level, just we'll give you the link.
Yeah.
You can be
Be an asshole. Be a dick.
Right.
a head in a square. What are we called? I don't know what we're called.
I think it's a head in a box.
So I don't think we'll be able to read these at all.
That all is superfluous.
Why not? Too offensive?
I don't think we'll be able to read these. Wasn't enough.
it?
I wanted to put some type of an exclamation point, and since we're speaking and you can't see an exclamation point, asshole, I had to put a superfluous exclamation point on it. How else? How else in your world
not
of
proper
perfect grammar
grammar.
yet? No communication skills. Somehow I don't know how that works. How would you have relayed my message that I just wanted to relay a little bit extra?
Oh, I would have thrown in a comma for sure. Comma.
Would you have had to say the comma?
I would have to. I'm going to from now on.
Fuck that kid. You little fuck. Someone needs to bully
So
that
the latest
kid. I don't think
comment,
he's
which
been
I was
bullied
not
enough.
prepared for.
He is the
He's got undeserved
the bully.
confidence.
We're gonna get the Rush comment out of the way right away.
Okay.
I need to come around more often then.
Rarely been a band that evolved so greatly that what happens when the same guys stay together. Working man sound. Oh, we're truncated. Hold on. I went too. So truncated. That could be the word for the day.
Oh my
Does our
God.
viewing audience know what truncated means?
Truncated, yeah. See, I always, when I was uploading the videos, I always had the option to watch the truncated version. I have no idea, no concept of what truncated means.
So when you see a title and it just says ...
Yeah,
that has been truncated.
has it then?
Shortened, yeah.
Oh, like
Rarely
abbreviated
been
kinda,
a band
like
that
shortened, yeah.
evolved so greatly that what
I mean, not
happens when the
abbreviated, but-
same guys stay together. Working man sound like Time Stands Still, or Subdivision sounds like YYZ.
Okay.
I think he's saying that if you take an album, their first
okay.
album sounds nothing like the two, and I agree. But the main reason why that is, which I referred to the show, little Rush enlightenment, Neil Peart is not on the first album.
Oh,
So Working Man and Time Stands Still. I think Time Stands Still might be on the first album. I'm not even sure. I'm not that much of a Rush nerd. I just I'm a fan of
nerd.
Thanks, Brady.
We could take these comments out of context.
Thanks,
It would really
Brady.
mean that much. Steve Riley wrote, he still wrote it. Did you know what that meant? And what? No, probably not. Let me find some good comments.
Look, Drawer put the brakes on the brakes nerd comment. That was, how'd you put the brakes after the brakes on the brakes?
Yeah, you were waiting for it. You were waiting
I
for it.
was. I heard the brakes. I knew the
You guys
nerd.
would pause and wait
And you
there
put
forever.
the brakes on after the brakes. Holy crap. It just blew my mind. Yeah, that. There it is. That's what follows the brakes.
So we didn't really get any comments over the last week.
Okay, screw comments. Roll the clip, Brady.
So we got
Bullshit.
one about, you were
Did we
talking
hit all
about
of
the
them last week?
grandfather paradox.
Dear
and
Fladge.
he just said simply time travel,
Oh.
simple time travel doesn't exist. and
Why
never
can't I
will.
hear the bumpers? I didn't hear the intro music. I don't hear any of the bumpers. What's going on?
There was no bumper.
Oh, then play
was
the
no bumper.
bumper, Brady.
The bumper Brady?
Play the-
I have neither the crayons nor the
Can you hear this? You can't hear it?
discipline. Can you hear the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear the dog.
Or the dog training
Can
experience.
certainly hear the dog.
Okay, good. What's the dog doing?
What does it want? To go outside?
No, he wants me to throw the
It wants to go
frisbee for the
outside?
18th time. We are outside. This is outside.
Oh,
It's
that's
dark.
PG-13 too much.
Does the dog know that it's dark out?
No, that's inside the barn.
I've got the doors wide open.
So yes.
Hmm.
And it's a dirt floor. It kind of feels inside.
Fladge.
Have you ever played catch with the frisbee inside before?
Do you have an Ask Fladge bumper?
Dumb dog. Yeah, we played it.
Oh my
I think
god, I
we
can't
already
hear the
just did it,
bumper.
yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
asked you.
Your link.
Okay.
I could.
We need to fix your link because it's
Can you
not
see it on your
broadcast.
screen?
It's probably some other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's on my end. All right. Because I never know when the show starts. I'm just sitting here smoking.
Sure. Can you hear the stuff?
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
He told me the show had already started and I was sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Is that why you sit there and do nothing every time?
Yes, because I can't hear anything,
You
and no
like
one
wait for
prompts
Brady
me
to like go,
in any
okay,
way.
Gary, it's time
May
to go.
I ask?
Yeah.
I prompt.
All
I
you have to
prompt.
do is say
Whoa,
the
what do we
word.
do?
Whoa! I
Start now,
prompted.
or
I
the
cued
bumper's
you.
playing, or
Go.
anything. But no, just I'm supposed to guess.
I cued you immediately.
50
I cued you
episodes.
immediately today.
50
Last
You're,
week,
last week you said you're good, and I said, in what sense? Because in what sense?
And I literally had to freeze. I'm like, we're starting this show. In what fucking other sense? I think that
I'm
you're probably,
good.
yeah, you're not hungry and you're well taken. You're
Yeah,
satisfied sexually.
I haven't missed
No,
a
of
meal.
course-
I'm good. Okay, I'm good.
Of course, I meant you were good to start the
all set.
monologue.
No, I'm good.
Well,
I'm
that's
absolutely
why you
good.
threw me off. I was like, "You're good," and I, in parentheses was to start the monologue, and you're like,
feel great.
"In what sense?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "What kind
I'm
of
good, comma.
And then
How
all I
are
was
you?
thinking in my head is,
Question
"Oh my
mark?
god, what grammar mistake did I just make?"
Ask Fladge.
That's not proper grammar.
Dear Fladge,
I
my
didn't want to
long,
interrupt you, so I interrupted you 3 times.
my longtime friend. That's fine. In and out. That's perfect. My longtime friend of 30 years, Charlotte, lives across the country. I have just learned that her husband, Harold, is transgender and is now transitioning to become Helen. I love the crossover names, Harold to Helen. It's pretty clever, but not.
Wait, I like the fun that
When they
don't wanna
come,
be hairy
gross.
anymore, so they're becoming a woman.
Gross.
I've just learned that her husband, Harold, is transgender and is now transitioning to become Helen. When they come, gross. I don't know why they're having that conversation, but when they come, they always stay with us for several days because they can't afford a hotel. Probably because transition surgery is like $1 million. Each doctor, like a doctor is in their career, they based on the drugs that you have to keep taking, it's $1 million per person, as long as they stay the course for the rest of their life. But you have to take medication the rest of your life. But when they come, gross, they always stay with us for several days because they can't afford a hotel. My husband is now very uncomfortable with them staying here or being seen out in public with them. Is there a way to tell Charlotte to come alone and still have the friendship? Or should I let them come, gross, and deal with my husband's feelings, which I think are unjust? Signed, Unjust in the Whist.
Okay, so you feel your husband's feelings are unjust, but you don't want to have to deal with them? So your husband's the problem and not the transgender? You got your priorities screwed up, Charlotte. You're an idiot. But no, you should be able to tell your friend.
It is interesting that she did not. Yeah, but you think there'd be a trade-off, like, hey, your husband come, or wife, or what do you call that? I don't know what that is, but your Harry or whatever it was called, Harold,
Helen.
You're basically Houdini. Whatever. It's a magic trick. I'm a girl and I'm a boy. Look at it, it's magic. Just the fact that she's like, no, your significant other can't come because mine wants to go. But wouldn't you just go, well, husband, you just stay home if you're uncomfortable, and I go out with the weird guy and his wife or its wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but
it's like, no, your thing has to stay home because my thing has a problem with it versus my thing has a problem with it. So like if I didn't like something, I'd just stay home. Like if there was like some kind of gay like Star Wars party going on or Star Trek characters going on in the background, I might just stay home.
You did. You ghosted my party. Thank you for that.
I didn't stay home though.
There were
I was,
fans
in Brooklyn, Michigan.
Oh, actually, they've got water. They've got good parks. Yeah.
I was
that's where Michigan International Speedway is in Brooklyn. There's a lot of stuff in Brooklyn.
Yeah, MIF. Yep. Right near there. Yep, right near there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
There's an inland lake that
can I see that dog for
my
a second?
girlfriend.
I think I might have to put the dogs.
Can we strangle that dog?
I'm just gonna put the dogs inside. I'll be right.
Put the dogs down. Put the dogs down.
But they're being so cute. Well, now they're just being cute.
I am going to commit crime. I'm going to bust nut in water tower.
Wait, why would you play that drop afterwards?
So
He's got a chainsaw. Why would you shoot
Aren't you as
murder
excited?
and then
You're not as
wanna
excited
bust
as
nut
I am right now
with a dead dog there?
The chainsaw.
Well, there's a whole bunch of wormholes. Pick your
Isn't
hole.
it funny that I've got a chainsaw that close to my
Bunch of
seat?
warm ones.
I didn't have to get up to pick up my chainsaw.
Not really.
Yeah, my chainsaws.
Not really.
It's right there too.
It's in a bin, but it's
Oh,
right
okay.
there.
Oh, okay.
I have an
Oh,
electric
I'm sorry,
chain.
I'm not a
Does
chainsaw
that
fan.
count?
I'm not good enough. Dear.
Is the bumper playing
Nowadays,
right
back
now?
in the day, you'd be laughed at. Nowadays, it's kind of like, fuck yeah. Dear, flat, G.
Is the bumper playing?
No.
Okay, well, I'm leaving.
It did, and now it ended.
Okay.
We'll have to tell you every single time. Okay, it's playing
Yes, just tell
now,
me.
and now it's done.
Okay,
My
good.
9-year-old daughter.
No, I believe you. That's fine.
We'll just audibly do bumpers. We
We're
don't
good.
even need.
Yeah, bumper's
My
playing right now.
9-year-old daughter, Kennedy, which is a terrible name for a daughter.
Yeah.
Brady's playing a drop, and we're waiting. 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Damn, dude,
bumper's
you're-
going.
all right,
3,
I'll play.
2,
Okay.
1. And to us now. All right, my 9-year-old daughter. My 9-year-old daughter, Kennedy, plays volleyball.
On a scale from 1 to 10,
My dog won't shut the fuck up.
I know. I'm taking them inside as soon as we play the whatever.
One of the
What's the dog doing?
One of the assistant coaches. I almost bumped into my microphone. My 9-year-old daughter plays volleyball One of the assistant coaches is a transgender woman.
Wait,
I had known
Why
about the coach
differentiate?
before Kennedy started
Yeah, I was
playing.
going to say what is it? What is a transgender woman? Isn't technically?
Although I'm okay.
I'm confused now.
I got it. That's a man.
I don't
That's
know.
a man.
I'm
Okay,
very
a
confused
man.
by that statement
Okay.
too.
One of the coaches is a
I
man.
don't know.
Gotcha.
Typically, yeah. But they could identify as whatever they
Or
want. because
transgender woman. Okay,
it's all
okay, I get
arbitrary
it.
Anyway, so
No,
there
I
could
get
be
it
the
now.
reverse that just wants to. Yeah, right. It depends on what they want to be
Use no
identified
grammar.
as, so it really has no bearing.
Okay.
I mean,
I identify as confused.
My 9-year-old daughter Kennedy plays volleyball. One of the assistant coaches is a
seriously
transgender
don't.
woman.
We'll have to get the context of this story. I still don't know what that means.
I have neither
Transgender
the
woman?
time nor the crayons.
My 9-year-old daughter Kennedy plays volleyball. One of the assistant coaches is completely confused about life. I had known about the coach before Kennedy started playing. Although I'm okay with a transgender person coaching my child, parentheses, I feel their gender identity is absolutely none of my business, close parentheses, comma. My husband is not, period. He wants our daughter to quit a sport she loves so she won't be, quote, exposed to something he doesn't agree with. Is he not transphobic? Oh, because she's turning on her hubby. Is he not transphobic? Just very conservative? Or, sorry, that's not a question. He is not transphobic, just very conservative, and he doesn't want Kennedy growing up around it. We're trying to steer her in the. I said it that way, but it says around it. Yeah, around it is what she called it. Yeah, it. They don't,
Okay.
I don't know. We're trying to steer her in the right direction. We're trying to steer her in the right direction with our Christian beliefs. Shout out to Gary, which include loving and accepting everyone, including Gary.
Grace for me.
The coach doesn't broadcast the fact she's transgender. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does broadcast the fact she's transgender.
Yeah,
it's very obvious.
Seems clear to me.
Call me ma'am. The coach doesn't broadcast the fact she's transgender. My daughter learned about it from a teammate. There's no way.
No.
Did you know? It's like, yeah, no shit. There is no other volleyball team in the area. How can I convince my husband to let her stay with a sport and a team she loves? Signed, Sporty Mom in the South. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So you don't have a problem, but you have a problem with your not having a problem? What? It's really? Come on. I have a problem with transgender. You don't seem to, so I don't see the problem. There are other soccer teams, so that's also not a problem. So I don't actually see the problem.
She said there was volleyball actually, but she said specifically there is no other volleyball team in the area.
Oh, there is no other volleyball team in the area. Okay. Bull crap.
Apparently, that seems weird, but
there's probably not any.
Then who do they play?
Either.
Then who are they playing exactly? Who are their opponents if there are no other volleyball teams?
It's a really boring game that goes 1-0, boom, 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 boom. And somebody goes around and gets the ball and rolls it under.
You got it right there.
Everyone,
fucking dead to rights. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, it has to be a league in order to
like her husband has the issue when it's really.
You know who'd be really good at volleyball?
Who?
This guy.
Me.
Yes,
we're not on YouTube. You're gonna get flagged.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or we are on YouTube. You're gonna get flagged. So let's cross over. We finish this out. I gotta piss. Gary's gay.
Crossing over.
Let's cross over.
Fladge, what's up, buddy?
Come on over to Rumble.
Listen up. Before we dive into the crudeness and uncensored banter, here's our no-nonsense disclaimer. Served with a side of fire humor. We're here for a good time, not a gibber time. All right? In this crazy world, where snowflakes, applesauce, and jabber critter. We're just trying to spread some joy without stepping on too many toes. So, here, Article I, let's get jabber, the sole gibber of our discourse, be it from guests, hosts, or any random loudmouth. It's to tickle your funny bone, tease your gray matter, and illuminate the path to a mirthful existence. Any somewhat, some seriousness is gibber accidental. Article 2, jabber everyone equally. We're equal gibber offenders. All right, we don't give a hoot about your gibber, race, religion, or whether you prefer cats or dogs. We're here to roast everyone from politicians to gibber to our own sorry self. No gibber safe, not even grandma's apple pie. Article 3, screw political jabber. Listen, we ain't here to hold your hand or jabber anything. So if our jabber offend you, tough luck. We're not responsible for any ruffled feathers or gibber feelings. But hey, if you can take the heat, we promise we'll dish out some belly laughs and maybe a couple of gibber. Article I gibber, fake news alerts, details, rumors, and downright lies you hear here as gibber is a $3 bill. Any resemblance to real life events or people, whether alive or pushing out daisies, is purely gibber and probably a result of us hitting the bottom too hard. We're pretty sure the earth is round, but jabber, who cares? Article D, jabber cause why not? Parody and gibber are bread and butter folks. Any likeness to actual people or characters is just us having a laugh, not a reason for a jabber. We might not be the smartest gibber in the job, but we sure know how to stir up some trouble. So, in closing,
What
if you
in
made
the
this
hell
without
is
getting
going
mad
on
over
right
gibber,
now?
then congrats, you're our kind of people. We're just here to crack a few tasteless jokes. Spread some jabber joy and remind everyone that life's too short to be serious all the frickin' time. So buckle up, buttercup, and get ready for a wild ride through the absurd gibber of our people on Fladge Rants Live.
What?
What? Have you not
What?
been here before?